High drama here at Newlands. Pakistan finally bowled out for 294, but not with quite enough time in the view of Faf du Plessis and maybe even the umpires as well to get the job done tonight. So they could have claimed the extra half an hour, or as we know it nowadays as 8 overs, but because there was 10 minutes between innings, you would have lost either 10 minutes or 3 overs, and in the 5 overs remaining, or the 20 minutes, they didn't feel there was enough time to get those runs. So we won't get a conclusion to the game tonight. Been a fascinating day's play, a really spirited effort by Pakistan to stay in this match against such a powerful South African attack, and I think it's held our attention. In fact, every day's play through the series has held our attention. Graham Smith and Sean Pollock are here, and very kindly Mickey Arthur's come out to have a chat as well. Mickey, thank you.
Pleasure, pleasure.
What a day's cricket.
It was a fantastic day's cricket. I think it had everything. If you were a punter just watching it, I thought it was an outstanding day's cricket. Wickets, runs, it had everything.
Yeah, it's a reminder, isn't it, of the inherent talent in Pakistani cricketers too.
Yeah, I was just talking to the guys in the dressing room now. It's almost as if we've just got our mojo, you know, and we've got to look back at we prepared well. We came in 7 days. We came straight out of Abu Dhabi, but maybe we've got to try and get in the future tours program now. We've got to try and get a couple of extra days, because it's almost as if we've just come to terms with the bounce, got our mojo, we've sort of settled in, and the series is virtually gone.
I would argue you need a fully fledged first-class match against a strong provincial side, really, or a South African A11 or something like that to prepare for a tour of this nature against such a strong attack. Moving on from that for a second, you were unhappy overnight. You made a few comments about pitches. I mean, there's no point in ignoring the fact. We're very interested in your comments about pitches. We're all, I think, globally searching for the ideal balance between bat and ball.
Yeah, exactly right. And it wasn't a knock at Newlands per se. I've watched a lot of cricket from South Africa over the last couple of years. I'm still intricately involved, you know, and I think the wicket standards of wickets have deteriorated. I really do. You know, I go back to when I was playing with these fine gentlemen. We you know, wickets were good. Yeah, you wanted to leave a bit of grass on, and that's home side prerogative. I've got no issue with that at all. But then all you want is a little bit of consistent bounce. And I thought the first day at Centurion, and I thought the certainly day 2 here. Yeah, on day 1 you don't expect an opening batsman to get one that rolls on the deck and gets bowled. You know,
yeah.
So that was my concern. It wasn't a concern per se to the touring team coming in, or it certainly wasn't a knock at Newlands.
Okay. Well, let's throw that to these guys. A bowler's view, a batsman's view, a captain's view, and a captain's view. What do you think of the pitches in South Africa?
I think they have got progressively worse. In particular, probably the Wanderers and SuperSport Park. I think in general, this is normally the best one. It's probably played better today. I think the longer this test match goes on, the juice will run out of it, and it probably would have been better on day 3 and 4. But there is a bit of a concern. I mean, even the concern why Evans may be having to leave Newlands to go up to the Wanderers, because they feel that he can maybe manage that ground better. So it has been a bit of a worry over the last 5 to 6 years, and hopefully we can get it sorted. For me, a good contest is something that if it beats the bat or takes the edge, it carries comfortably to the slips. But I don't think you want the variable bounce where guys are going forward and getting wrapped underneath the ribcage.
Next time we do this, we'll go 100 yards out to the middle, because there's a bunch of guys singing "There's only one Sean Pollock in Winter Wonderland." That makes real sense. What's your view, Graham?
I think South Africa's always been a challenging place to bat, and we've always known that around the world. This is probably the toughest in particular, you know, not because I open the batting, the newer balls has been the toughest place. You know, I think uneven bounce is very challenging for a batter, and we don't want to see as much of it as what we're seeing now in South African cricket. I think Mick was maybe deflecting a little bit, though. I'm gonna put that on you, Mick, because I think the surface played well enough where one team got over 400, and today Pakistan almost got 300, I think, or over 300. So I think there's enough there to say you was value for your strokes. But I do agree, on day 1 you don't want to see a ball scooting. That's no good.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's just consistent bounce, you know. And I did say to our guys, we spoke about it, and we used to speak in the dressing room often about South Africa being the toughest place in the world to bat, you know. And you looked at our batsmen, Callis in particular, ended up averaging 56, and he batted half the time in South Africa.
That
you know,
is an unbelievable effort.
It is amazing. So our guys were prepared for that. I'm talking more around consistent bounce.
Okay.
On day one.
The interesting thing too is that if you go out there, the pitch that we're playing on has got this plate cracking and then a lot of thick grass on the edges of the cracks, and then the two practice pitches alongside it don't have any cracks on them. They have a bit of grass, but it proves what you can prepare. We might whip through the Pakistan wickets with you if we may.
Yeah,
is that okay? Because there was a lot of resilience. It's not easy against you. Change the order. You wanted to get Shan Masood in early because he's played so well, presumably.
Yeah, and also to get Fakhar Zaman down to number 6. I just thought Fakhar at 6, he can take the game away from the opposition.
That was a blow, though, to lose Imam in that way.
It was a blow. You know, he probably should have been leaving that. When you look at Azza's got one that's just scoots along the ground. At 146, you can't do anything with that, you know?
No, unplayable ball, and Rabada is the sort of guy who hits the mark when he has to more often than not. Just a hint of movement. I thought Dale begun to find his mojo today.
He did for sure. And Sean felt that was close enough to play. Chatting to him in the dressing room tonight, he felt that was close enough for him to play. I thought Asad Shafiq played outstandingly well today. He came in, counter-attacked, and then he just probably pushed his hands a little bit at that, but he was superb today.
Yeah, I felt... Go on, Graham, you wanted to interrupt.
No, I mean, I thought that partnership in particular, two guys that played extremely well, Mick, and you guys have had moments of brilliance. I mean, 100 for 1 in Pretoria, and here, you know, 130-yard run partnership. And again, you know, you're losing 7 wickets in a session here, and I think it was 9 in Pretoria. How, as a coach, do you manage those collapses? Because, you know, at 3 down after tea, wicket playing well, good partnership. What is the message at tea?
Well, certainly the message at tea at Centurion, Graham, was that we were an hour away from getting ourselves really into this Test series, because we thought the quicks had bowled quite a bit. We thought Maharaj was going to come on, and that's not to say Maharaj is not a good bowler, but it then becomes a little bit of a dead period up until the second new ball. So we're an hour away. That's just genuine pace.
That's
there.
fast.
Yeah. And then today again at tea, you know, we thought, come on, if we can get ourselves a little 140, 150 ahead, bring Yasser Shah into the game if it's going to turn, you know. But we ultimately didn't get there.
You kept thinking positive, which
Always,
is not an easy
always.
thing to do when things are going against you. This was a remarkable, a very good catch anyway on the boundary.
It was a good catch. We were talking about that position all along. I think Michael Vaughan had it for one of our tail-enders called Sohail Khan when we played in the UK. And the ball never ever went there. And we looked at him and we thought, Shervit, I hope the catch doesn't go down to there. And lo and behold, there was a catch.
Sure enough, yeah. We were near the end now, but there was good resistance. That was a fine innings by Babar Azam.
Babar Azam's played beautifully today. He was just trying to run that one down to third man. He has played beautifully this whole series.
What a good ling from Kagiso Rabada there. I mean, how good was that delivery? That was super special. And then he wrapped it up. KG banged it in. Catch taken. Innings closed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mickey, we're going to say thank you to you.
Pleasure, Mark.
If you don't mind.
No,
this isn't that we've got anybody better to talk to. It's just that we've got someone else to talk to.
Spot on. Thank you.
I think Mick deserves a rest. He's had to do press conferences 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I don't want to talk anymore.
Mickey, thanks so much. Great to see you. Thanks for your time. KG.
Jump in, Cage. Another 4 wickets. Just there we go.
Yeah, just one of those days we had to toil hard for them. Nothing in the first part of our bowling spell, but yeah, luckily they came through with the resilience that we showed.
Is it possible the pitch got a little flatter for batting today?
Yeah, that was the case, definitely. It looked like it was just holding up in the pitch, touch slow as the ball got soft as well. But credit to Asad Shafiq and Babar Azam and
Shan Masood.
Shan Masood.
They played very well. So
yeah, they
didn't
didn't they? Much more organised actually, and they left the ball alone very well when you got the line right.
They did leave the ball alone, but I also felt that they were a lot more attacking. And yeah, that didn't get us to settle. So I thought they played very well, but we showed great resilience.
Yes, you did. It's a fine attack to be a part of, isn't it? One comes off, the other comes on. There's pace, there's movement, there's a lot of experience and some youth as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's guys like Dale Steyn, Vernon Philander, who've done it for a long time. And yeah, when things drag out like that, it's good to just have their invaluable experience. They can just, say something that will get you back in the game.
Okay, KG, give us an honesty call here. That caught and bowled that you took, when it was up there, did you think it had gone away from you at one stage?
I just saw it go up, and I knew that the wind was going to do something to it. But the wind dragged it away last second. I just put my hands out, and I was quite lucky, actually. If I'm being honest. I just put my hands there.
Any catch is a good catch, KG.
Yeah, good stuff. Good job.
You've got a very good set of slip catches on exactly that subject, hadn't you? Faf leads the way, but we know how much it takes out of you to run in and bowl quick and get it right day after day. You need them to hang on for you.
Exactly. They've been working hard on the slip catches, and it's a point that we touched on before the test match, saying that if we take all our catches, it's going to make things a lot easier. So credit to them. They've been working hard, and it's paid off.
Yeah. Now tell us exactly what happened at the end there. Was it Faf who said to the umpires, you know what, there isn't time for us to get these runs tonight, we'll come back tomorrow morning, or was it the umpires?
We had the choice. I think Faf...
Right, so the umpires did offer you the option, that's the first point? Okay.
Yes. I think they decided, that Faf and the coach decided not to.
Okay. I suppose the answer is if you've only got 5 overs to get 40, you've got to throw bat at ball, and that's not fair on the openers, is it?
Well, I guess so, but maybe Faf will give you a better reasoning. I'm not too
KG,
sure.
how's Quinny up there? We got a lot of shots of him with a big sulk on after the no ball. Is his mood quite all right in the change room?
Yeah, he seems like he's okay. Yeah,
you're looking up there as if...
Well, tell Buffy, any fast bowler knows he doesn't have to come put his boots on tomorrow is a happy camper.
Well, I'm just saying that. Quinny seemed quite upset with the no ball, running off up the stairs, having to come back out and keep. Got some wonderful shots of Quinny's face. He's never going to be a poker player.
The thing is, Vern has been behind the line the whole day, and it had to happen then when we were trying to get off the field. But I think he's okay.
All right, well, let's assume that things go fine tomorrow and there's no terrible drama and you knock off the 41 runs and you take the series. It's a very... interesting period, isn't it? You're starting to get a lot of good cricket as a unit. You've missed A.B. de Villiers, and yet you seem to have covered for that by bowling as well as you've bowled. Interesting challenges ahead, but the camp must feel very strong, very confident right now.
Yes, at the moment there's a nice blend of experience and youth as well. So people are interacting, or the teammates are interacting very well amongst each other. And the youngsters that have come in have really put their hand up, like Aiden Markram, Duan Ulifid, Lungin Gidi. They've played against some tough opposition and they've really put their hand up. So South African cricket's looking very good at the moment. We've got some good quicks who the world stage hasn't, they don't know about. And yeah, I think we're in a good space.
Talent in depth. Great. Well, we look forward to seeing you at the Wanderers because I don't think we'll see you in action tomorrow. And if we do, there's a problem. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, maybe he just gets a promotion up the batting order and plays a Quinny. I go open.
No, I'm done.
You're done, okay.
You're chilling out. Okay, great to see you. Thank you for your time. You can ease away if you prefer now as we continue to analyse.
Cheers.
Thanks, KG.
Thanks, KG.
Very good. What a man. Right, guys, let's wind it up because we can throw it forward. In the end, South Africa are going to find a way to get 41. I think we can be pretty sure of that, which will, in a way, underline a pretty impressive performance. Even though Pakistan have fought back today, the quality of the bowling, the sheer will of Faf's 100, Temba's support, the catching, pretty good.
Yeah, South Africa all round, they've ticked all the boxes, haven't they? I mean, it was a bit harder than maybe they would have expected with the ball in hand today. But once again, just to chase over or 40 runs or whatever it is not a massive task. And they end up winning the series 2-0, head to Wanderers in a good space. So a lot of credit goes to them. They've stuck to their game plans. They've used their policies correctly on the surfaces that have been shown to them. And they've outplayed Pakistan in all departments. It's good to see a fight from Pakistan. We've loved that as commentators. But there's been no doubt that South Africa have dominated from the start of this test series and will end up winning it after the second test.
Yeah, I think Polly's wrapped it up pretty well, but there were two instances for me where I really enjoyed seeing the South African attack and fielding unit really show some resilience and skill. It was in Pretoria when they were 100 for 1, Pakistan was 100 for 1, and they managed to get 9 wickets in the session. Here today, they would have expected to roll Pakistan on the surface. Yes, it's played better. Pakistan showed some fight. Coming out at tea, only 3 down, picked up 7 wickets in the evening session to basically close the series down, and you know, should tick off the 40 runs pretty easily tomorrow.
Thank you, fellas. Great to chat. Also, thanks to Mickey and KG for giving us their time. The news then from Newlands is that South Africa continue to dominate. 41 runs remain, and when they're knocked off, South Africa will go 2-0 up in the series. We'll be back with you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, doing our usual half-hour preview before play. We'll find things to talk about and entertain you with, no doubt about that. Until tomorrow morning then, from all of us at Newlands, it's goodbye. The South Africans pressed the accelerator pedal yesterday. The Pakistanis could not find their way out of a mighty hole. A test match being dominated by Faf du Plessis' men. Maybe some of that Pakistan verve will return.
Bowled him! Oh, that's a beauty. That's a beautiful delivery from the left armour. Dump into. Bowl him! Straight through. No, Amir on a roll here.
So the innings comes to an end. A remarkable performance by South Africa to make it 431.
There's an edge and it's taken. Dean Ilga. Some good catches from him in this test match. That's gone very quickly indeed, and Steyn has struck. That's well played. Back with a square and races away for a boundary.
And that's a stroke to certainly match the defensive one, if not race past it.
It's got a neck. There it is. Steyn has got the edge. Masood has gone just before tea.
Oh, good shot.
Now that's gone high. Who's underneath this one? Vernon Philander's underneath that one, and he takes the catch. 41 required to win. The umpires are going to have a chat now. They are not going the extra half hour. So that is the end of day 3.